Yo, what's good? I sound good, Brandon. I'm good. I'm cool.
Yeah,
I know my
yeah,
I see my Wi-Fi sound.
okay.
All right. What's good, everybody? Welcome back. Episode 15 of VIP Room, man. Back here with another host, another guest. I would my dog Bam was in a meeting. I don't know when if he can. Probably gonna pull up through late. I don't know if he can, but I'm here with one of the biggest bruising backs to ever play the game. One member of the football version, Earth, Wind, and Fire. This is my guy, Brandon Jacobs. Bro. How you feeling?
Man, see, I'm doing pretty good, man. I can't complain. Life is good, man. Just staying out the way, man. That's about it.
Yes, sir. So let's get started, man. So what was your recruitment process like playing?
Well, my recruiting process, man, it was simple. You know, uh, I didn't do all it, like it was totally different than like what you would see now. But for me, coming out of high school, I rushed for a lot of yards. I had a lot of people on me. Uh, I wasn't eligible though. I wasn't eligible straight out of high school to go to D1 school or any other NCAA qualified school. I just didn't have I didn't have the ACT score. Um, I didn't really look at school like I should have looked at school. You know, but once they found out I wasn't going to be eligible, a lot of teams dropped off. A lot of teams dropped off, and they didn't continue to recruit me, in which I totally understand why. Um, so Auburn, stayed with me. A couple other schools stayed with me, and I committed to a junior. So Auburn got me placed in a junior college, Coffeyville Community College. Auburn got me placed in there, and then I went there and got eligible and became eligible, and then went on to Auburn I played a year over there, and then transferred to Southern Illinois, finished my final season there. But recruiting, man, it was easy for me. I had a lot of schools. I had a lot of coaches sitting in my front, in my living room from, I mean, you call it Lou Holtz, Joe Pa, like Nick Saban, like all those guys, Butch Davis. I had a lot of, you know, guys, man, Bobby Bowden, like guys, like I had a lot of guys came to sit in the living room, at our house. So I was, thankful, going through the process and meeting a lot of people and stuff like that. Like I still hear with coaches now come to recruit my son. They tell me about me coming out of high school and stuff like that. So we got guys that been around a long time like that. So my journey was quite interesting, though.
Yeah, so talking about JUCO and stuff, because every time I've talked to a player about their JUCO experience, it didn't really go too well for them, but they got up out of there. What was your JUCO experience like?
Man, my JUCO experience was lovely, man. Coach Liker, Coach Rose, Coach Cherico, Coach Spurlock, Coach Zog, like all of them boys, Coach Ration, like all of them guys, man. Coach Saya, like I can keep going, man, on a list for days. A lot of great coaches at Coffeyville. I can't speak for no other junior college, right?
Hmm.
I speak for my experience that I had at junior college. It was a
Yeah.
great one. Went there. They helped me academically. They put me in a position to be able to learn and tutors and all of that stuff around me. And it kind of taught me how to learn.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
So,
So when you get to Auburn, feel me. After junior college, because I always gotta ask this. If you can remember, what was the hardest workout you've ever had at Auburn?
the hardest workout I ever had was, I'm gonna have to say, it was at Auburn when we had to get up for the morning workouts. The 5:30, 6 o'clock workouts, the mat drills early in the morning. I got to say that was the monster. Like that was an absolute monster. Yeah, getting up, you got like an hour and like 15 minutes of just brutal working. And man, listen, it's tough. It was
Nah, yeah, I know the mat drills. That's a that's a pain to do. I hated the mat drills. But
yeah.
speaking about being at Auburn, bro, how hard was like your first fall camp? 'Cause I know it was probably because I you probably still had 2 days back then, right?
Yep, we're still 2 days.
Yeah. So
Um,
how was it back then?
but like, not gonna lie though, coming from Coffeyville and all the athletes we had in practice, like, cause when I was in junior college, we only had 12 out of staters on the roster.
Hmm.
Kansas. Um, and we probably had another 30 to 35 guys that was from out of state that didn't get picked up, got redshirted in junior college, and I'm like practicing against them guys, man, like every day. Them guys were solid. Like we could honestly replace the 12 we had on our roster with any other 12 on campus, and we would have been just as good like that. So our team was loaded. So practicing against them guys was, they got prepared for it going like anywhere. Yeah, it was faster at Auburn. I think when I got to Auburn, the guys were a little bit bigger. Like the defensive tackles and place, and those guys were 6'4", 6'5", 285, 290. And some of them in some junior colleges were like that as well, like Butler County. They had some big D linemen, big D tackles, nice size ends. The linebackers was really good. So I played against a lot of top tier talent in junior college, man, to get me prepared for Auburn.
Okay, cool. When you got to Auburn, man, the running back room y'all had was crazy. It was you, Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown. So how was it like just being around those guys playing that year when you was at Auburn?
Well, it was cool. Honestly, we all brought something different. I got the short end of the stick, obviously. They was there before me, Ronnie and Lack was there before me. But given the fact that Auburn extended the hand out to help me get eligible, I felt like I had to be loyal to them and go back there, me knowing they had those two other backs there, right? But they, like everybody else, fell off and didn't have any plan for me. Auburn had a plan for me. So just because of that, I just continue, all right, I'm committed to Auburn and whatever happens, happens. Well, coming into it, after our junior year, we thought that Cadillac was going to leave and go into the draft. Well, he ended up staying. And if he'd have left, it would have been me and Ronnie. But he ended up staying, which ended up probably being a better move for him to end up doing, because I don't think he probably would have got drafted top 5 his junior year. He had a great senior year and ended up being taken number 5 overall. So it actually, worked out really good for him. But if he'd have left, I would have stayed. But given the fact that it was coming into my senior year, like I didn't want to waste my senior year. I wanted to have fun, wanted to play. So I tried other positions. I tried linebacker. That was the only one I tried. I tried it. I don't think I was any good at it. Coach Witt told me back to the running back because he believed that's what I was.
Mm-hmm.
Back, and I just went to the office, talked to Coach Tubb, and told him, "Hey man, I think it's time for me to transfer." And he was telling me about how I can't make it to the NFL being so tall. Why don't I play something else like that? I'm like, no, I've been beating on my craft at running back for years, and I'll be disrespectful to myself and all the work I put in to just leave it alone and not do it. And I believe I can do it, and I believe I can be one of the best ones. So I transferred. I told him I was out. They only got me I think they only helped me, get to Auburn, so I wouldn't go play, go play for nobody else. I wouldn't go to the LSUs, the people that had to play against them.
Yeah, for sure. So, talking about in college, what was the defining game where you knew, like, where you really thought, like, I could really make it to the NFL as a running back?
Man, I knew that early on in life. But when I always say every level was good for me, because I dominated every level. I'm saying to myself, like, man, this is too easy. It has to be it has to get difficult. College is easy. Like we rushed. I had another guy with me, Archie Whitlock. And when I was in junior college, I ended up getting in half the season because the guy in front of me got hurt. Muhammad got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So week 3 he gets hurt, and I take over the rest of the season. And I rushed for over 1,100, 1,200 yards. It's just like 6 games or something like that, 7 games, or not, like 6 games. So I go and I do that, and I'm like, man. And I'm coming into the next year, like that was Mo's senior year. So he tore his ACL. He ended up going to Southern Illinois as well, like before that. So my senior year I'm sorry, my sophomore year, I was by myself in Nash, who was another guy who was a number 1 running back in Missouri, like a dog, fast, strong, quick, everything. He was the other running back with me in junior college that was an out of state guy, and he ended up tearing his ACL our sophomore year in junior college. So it was me the rest of the way, and they brought a little kid up. He was a freshman, Lee Baker, and Raymond Hicks, who was an in-stater. So we was running the rock, and so my freshman year I ran for like 1,200 yards, and then my sophomore year I rushed for 1899, and in junior college went to Auburn, and sat behind him. I ended up rushing for that one season my junior year for 460 yards off 72 carries. I just wasn't going to do that again for my senior year.
Yeah, I feel you. So you had a good college career. Now about to head into the draft and stuff like that. What was it like? What was your draft process like?
So it was something for like for me, like it was kind of nervous, thinking about the NFL combine, just trying to go do things the right way, wonder how fast I'm gonna be. Like I didn't know you go train. I didn't know you go away and train for the draft. Like you leave everybody like that. So like I went to California, Newport Beach, and trained at Soka University of America. And we used to go swim, we used to run, we used to lift, we used to get, do these treadmill workouts. It was crazy. So ended up doing that and then getting invited to the East West Shrine game. I'm the only small school guy, the only FCS guy that get invited. You know what I'm saying? So they've, been saying like always, like, man, the competition you play against, competition you play against. Well, that was me playing against cats from Oregon State, like East West Shrine game, like Power 5 players.
Mm-hmm.
I ended up winning the MVP. I ended up winning the MVP for the game and had a good pro day. I ended up going to the combine. I ran a 4.5. The first time was like a 4.46 and like a 4.54 or something. So it averaged over like a 4.5 something. So that have an opportunity to go through the combine and stuff like that. Then coming into pro day, I ran the 4.4 in pro day, and I ended up getting drafted in the 4th round, man.
Yeah, speaking about getting drafted, just talk to me about that draft day, bro. I know you was pretty excited. Probably family all around you, bro. Just what was it like, though, knowing that you was about to get drafted?
Well, it was kind of an irritating process for me, man. To be honest with you, it wasn't. I don't remember too much, just because of the way I am. I guess I felt like I should have went earlier than where I went. So I'm sitting there. This was when the draft was 3 rounds. What was you do the first 3 rounds the first day, and then everything else they do the second day.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sitting there. I get a call from Tennessee. I get a call from Tennessee, and they telling me they're gonna draft me if I'm available. In this round, my is calling me, telling me he talked to such and such, and just stay put. Well, Tennessee got their second round draft, and they ended up drafting Michael Roos. I guess they needed a tackle. They was gonna draft me if what they wanted wasn't there, right? So
Yeah.
they want tackle.
Mm-hmm.
Tackle. He was Roos, Eastern Washington. Played against him in college. Was really good. So they took him, and I never really heard from them again. And it come down to the last pick of the 3rd round. Right before you go into that second day, the last person drafted is Maurice Claret from Ohio State. Now he was
Yeah.
good, did it, but I felt like I was better. I did,
Mm-hmm.
and I was pissed about that. I was mad about that. All these other guys went before me and stuff like that. So I played them all but one of them. That was Frank Gore. So
Wow.
that, but yeah, so that whole thing was kind of aggravating, to me because I felt like I could have done. I was better than just than some of the guys that went in front of me.
Yeah, I feel you. So, when you got drafted by the Giants, heading in, so of course, you did like OTAs, mini camp. Was you like ever nervous, like with your first training camp?
Well, for me, yeah, I was because I got drafted to the Giants. They got Michael Strahan there, Tiki Barber's there. Like, ended up meeting some other cats on the team that it was really good. That that people just didn't talk about in the media. So it was like, man, I get in there, they looking at me crazy, like man, it's a running back, like it was like, damn, bro. But it was fun. Ended up getting out there, getting loose in practice, kind of earn my team respect early on, and then it was good. But I was nervous though. I was more nervous to do something wrong versus playing against this competition. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Of course, always about the first year, rookie year and stuff, or just I don't know, maybe it could be another year or so. But what was your welcome to the NFL moment?
Welcome to the NFL moment, man. I don't know. I didn't get that I didn't get that early on because I was only a short yardage goal line back,
Yeah.
So early on, I didn't really get that. I was pretty clutch on coming through. My second year, I played a little bit more. I didn't really get that welcome to the NFL thing, man. I really did not.
Okay. But let's talk about the 2007 year, bro. Of course, magical year, big old underdog story. When y'all got to the playoffs, I know I had Lawrence Times on talking about this. When y'all got to the playoffs, for sure, y'all was just an underdog in every game coming in. What was like that atmosphere and like how like what was your thought process going in before these playoff games?
Well, man, we wasn't supposed to be where we were. We got in on a wild card. We wasn't supposed to be in. So we was like, hell, we just go play, have fun, and whatever happens, happens. We end up winning. I'm like, oh, shit, we win. Okay, play again, we win. God, we got a team that we played twice already that season, and Dallas Cowboys. They beat us good twice. Good. So we kept playing them a third time. I'm like, man, we got to win this one. So that's the biggest one. The biggest win throughout the whole process is that Dallas game. So we go beat them. We just overcame a team that had beat us twice that season already. Then we get Green Bay, who blew us out earlier that season in like week 2, like 38 to something. They beat the hell out of us. So we got them in the NFC Championship game. And, well, we just overcame this team that beat us twice. Y'all beat us once. We're going to beat y'all too. So win that play, beat them. Corey got the pick and LT put the kick through, and we went, going to play a team that had beat us already. Everybody we played throughout that run had beat us during the season, except Tampa. I don't think Tampa did.
Yeah, that was definitely a magical year. But with your tenure at the Giants, of course, at one point it was a crazy 3-back running rotation between you, Mod, and Derek Ward. How did y'all get the? Of course, we know the music group Earth, Wind, Fire, but like, how did that become did you recommend us like a nickname, or like did somebody from the media recommend it? Like, how did Earth, Wind, and Fire become a thing between y'all three?
Man, one of my team, I think Justin Tuck came up with that thing from somewhere, man. I can't remember how it came about. I just know people started to call us that, Earth, Wind, and Fire. So it sounded cool, so it stuck.
Yeah, because that was definitely a fire in the game. But you was a part of both years, 07 and 2011 with the Super Bowl wins. So I want to ask you, to ask LT this. Of course, winning the Super Bowl is hella rewarding, but which Super Bowl felt more rewarding between 2007 and 2011?
The first one, 2007 one, no doubt.
Yeah, just because how much of an underdog it was?
No, because first of all, we wasn't supposed to be that far, number one. Number two, we beat a team that hadn't been beat all season long, including us. That they beat us as well, so they hadn't been beat. So that made it so much better. The team that beat us twice was a rival in the division, the Dallas Cowboys, on the way to the Super Bowl. So they beat us twice that year, and then we go in their building and beat them in a divisional round when they the number one seed, sitting at 13-3. So that was a special win, and playing the Patriots was a special win as well because they was undefeated. So it has everything in that whole little run that was like so satisfying to overcome.
Yeah, for sure. A couple questions before we head out. Just I just want to hear currently and all time. I want to start with your top 5 running backs of all time.
Top 5 running backs of all time. I got to give them in order.
Nah, no order.
No order. So I'm gonna go I'm gonna go Adrian Peterson.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go Barry Sanders. I'm gonna go Walter Payton. Man, I got Curtis Martin in there, man. I like Curtis Martin.
Yeah, he's very underrated. I ain't gonna lie. He is definitely underrated.
Yeah. I could go though, man. Tiki Barber. Shit, I could go, man. Like real, like this is no specific like ranking, like brother, like these guys. Eric Dickerson was a dog. Like, bro, like, yeah, man. And I got to throw my score in there, man. 14, 15 years or 16 years or however long he played at running back, big time. I think second all time in rushing, so Frank got to be in there. Uh, yeah, man, there's a lot of great ones, man.
Yeah,
Ricky Waters, that Eagle, Ricky Waters, San Francisco, him, that dude was a dog.
Yeah, facts. Yes.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
lot of that I like. So I like to just give you 5 top guys, man, throughout the history of the league. It's crazy. There's a lot of.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. In the last one before we got out, no top 5 running backs currently. Who you like in the top 5? If you know order again, who you like in the top 5?
Running back currently, well, I'm gonna go with Christian McCaffrey at 1.
Yo,
the boy from Indy. What's his name?
Jonathan Taylor.
Huh?
Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, Taylor.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm trying to think. It's. I gotta go. Well, he hadn't been having the success he had in the past, but Derrick Henry.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Saquon Barkley. Obviously, that boy's a generational talent. Still, right now, today, he is.
Facts.
Coming up on his 6th year, 7th year, something like that. 6th year.
Yeah.
It's something like whatever it is. The boys, he still got the same ability, even after fighting, some pretty aggressive injuries.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man. So it's interesting the way the running back thing. Like I could have named a bunch of guys, but today, they don't really put as much emphasis on running backs.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's go wrap it up, man. We're about to hit the 30-minute mark, but I really appreciate you, Brandon, for really coming out here, bro.
Ain't nothing to you. I wish you luck with the show and everything.
Appreciate it.
Well, I'm currently trying to do the same thing, man, right now. So.
Yeah, appreciate it. Really appreciate you coming out. Make sure everybody appreciate in the chat. Make sure y'all like and sub. And whoever the people that didn't see this, that's gonna see this, make sure y'all like the video, subscribe, bro. And yeah, man, we out. Peace.